Yo, what's up, everybody? One Piece chapter 1042 is out, so make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell for future notification. It's an early chapter this week, so let's get straight into it. So yeah, 1042 is out. Hit the shelves really early this week, so that's kind of surprising. But it's titled Winners Don't Need Rationalizations. And we have a cover page of Oven taking away the book with Yonji and Niji in it. I guess maybe he thought that Pudding was getting a little bit too close for comfort. So the chapter picks up in the basement. We actually see what seems to be the end of the Drake versus CP0 leader fight. And we see that Drake is in his hybrid form and he stabbed the CP0 leader through the back into his chest. And he's even coughing up blood here, so he's actually injured, and he's saying, why? Why did you do this? And Drake is saying this is him enacting his own justice. We know that every major marine has their own form of justice. Drake is no different. And he actually says, I envy you. And right after that, he uses Geppo, disappears off of Drake's sword, turns around and hits Drake with a Shigan right in the throat. And I don't know, Drake fans, I feel your pain here. Everybody drop a like on the video who just wants Drake to do something. It's like, yo, please don't go down like this. Drake, you were meant to be so cool and you haven't done anything this arc. Please don't go down like this. You gotta be more important than this, dog. Please, I'm rooting for you. A quick cut to the flower capital. We see that these people are still making their airboats. We see Otoko, she's letting hers go, and these people still don't realize that their impending doom is floating above their heads. So, moving on to the rooftop. On the rooftop, we see that Luffy is bombarding Kaido with this Gear 4th Hydra move that we saw in the last chapter. And no matter where Kaido tries to move, he can't dodge it. And he actually explains it right here in this panel. He says that Luffy is changing the trajectory in the middle of the move. And he says rubber shouldn't be able to do this, which is, it might be a little wink wink that, you know, the theory is right now that this isn't the actual Gomu Gomu no Mi. So make sure you go ahead and check out that video dropped earlier today. So Kaido is confirming here that it actually is hurting him. But wait, there's more. He actually blows a kiss at Luffy, and we realize that he's still drunk. And not only is he drunk, he's a flirty drunk now. So Luffy is completely taken back. He's like, dude, you're still drunk? And he lets out a big belch. And from here, we see Kaido's look on his face change. And he says, fine, I'll just take a page out of your book. We see him transform and he blitzes Luffy. And in this panel that he blitzes Luffy, you actually see all of Luffy's arms. Not only are they coated with armament haki, as Gear 4th usually is, but we see the black lightning going everywhere. So he is using King's haki here. He blitzes Luffy and we see that he's transformed into a thieving drunk phase. Yo, Kaido, we gonna have to get you some help after this, boy. I mean, that alcoholism, it ain't no joke, bro, for real. Like, you're always drunk. You got all these different phases. It's wild. You got a kid, you got a people that look up to you. I mean, bruh, this is a bad look, dog. Anyways, he's actually moving the same way that Luffy's arms are moving. He's changing trajectory in the middle of his move. He gets in close enough and he actually bites Luffy. And Luffy lets out a big scream here because you know that's gotta hurt. And he actually swallows Luffy whole. And Luffy's pissed. He's like, what? You ate me. Kaido is completely drunk off his mind right now. He starts spiraling upward and he's like, wee! Like, he is... Bruh, every time it works just like when a person's actually drunk, right? Like every time they think they're no longer drunk, they're like, no, I'm good, I'm sober. Every time Kaido says he's sober, we always realize that he's still absolutely drunk. I can't wait for them to animate this. But he spirals all the way up into the sky. He spits Luffy out, followed by a Boro breath, and he hits Luffy and sends Luffy flying all the way through Onigashima, all the way to the bottom of Onigashima. We see people gotta get out of the way. We see Yamato dodging the beam here because it did essentially split Onigashima right through the middle, right? So quickly on a whim, Luffy turns into Bound Man, he flies back up to the top of Onigashima. So this is cool. I don't think we've ever seen Luffy go from Snake Man to Bound Man before, so now we know that he can go back and forth between his Gear 4 techniques. He flies back up to the top of Onigashima, and he's telling himself that, yo, he really doesn't have that much time left, and this is his last Gear 4. I'm gonna wait for the official translation to really make up my mind on this, but the wording in this is really weird. He says, this is my last Gear 4. Is this your last Gear 4 technique, or is this the last attack you'll be able to do in Gear 4? Are you gonna be finished after this, or do we have a Gear 5th on the horizon? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right? And Luffy remembers all the feelings of the people of Wano. He's channeling all of those feelings. He's saying these people will starve as long as you're here, and he actually jumps in the air and he's charging his next attack, which is the Gomu Gomu no. But mid-sentence, Kaido cuts him off and he says, listen, it's your business who you join forces with, and either the people of Wano are pacifists or they're just content to die for the sake of honor. They're just losers covering up their own failures. Of course, this pisses Luffy off. He's like, shut your mouth, the samurai are strong. And he actually hits Kaido here with a Supreme Kong gun. This is new. We've never seen this before. He hits Kaido dead in the chin, and he actually hits him right before he blasts a Boro breath. So the Boro breath explodes in his mouth. And Luffy's actually still ready to go here. He's like, yo, I can't let up. I gotta keep going as long as I have this Gear 4 active. Kaido, of course, blitzes him back with a Roaring Thunder Bagua, which I'm not sure if that's the same thing as the Thunder Bagua we've seen before, but this one is a Roaring Thunder Bagua. He changed back into his hybrid form, and he hits Luffy dead in the face. And before Luffy can completely faint and lose his Gear 4, he actually covers his mouth to keep the air from escaping his body. We see now that Kaido is in his homicidal drunk phase. Now I'm kind of wondering if the time that we actually were introduced to Kaido, if that was like a suicidal drunk phase. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section. So before all the air escapes out of Luffy's body, he actually stops it, and this puts him back into like a Snake Man looking mode. Like, he doesn't have as much air as Bound Man, but he's still in Gear 4. So he charges up for one more shot, and he basically says if this isn't enough, he's gonna lose. So they square off. Luffy has one more shot in him. It looks like he's gonna do another Supreme Kong gun, and Kaido's gonna do another Roaring Thunder Bagua. This is the final attack. But right before the final attack, we see the CP0 leader appear behind Luffy. He uses Iron Body. Luffy gets distracted. He sees the guy behind him, and even Kaido notices the guy appear behind him, and it just makes him reminisce of when Oden saw the old lady turn into Momonosuke right before he defeated Oden. And he knows that this is extremely disappointing for him, because the only people that are giving him an actual fight that can give him the death that he wants, the glorious death that he wants, this keeps happening. It's never a fair fight. So he actually can't stop himself. He can't pull back in time, and he hits Luffy. Therefore, again, we see that the only person that can beat Kaido ends up getting cheated out of their win. I know Kaido's upset. I feel for him, dog. I feel for him. But we know that this ain't gonna go down like this. We know that Luffy's gonna get up. He's gonna give us that Gear 5th. He's gonna give us that awakening. And let me know what y'all thought about this chapter. I thought this chapter was awesome. It's basically all Luffy versus Kaido. So let me know what you think about this chapter. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. It was action. The double page spreads and everything were on point. We know this battle ain't over, so we know this battle is really just heating up. So make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos. I'm putting out about 2 to 3 videos a week for y'all on this channel. So if you like anime content, this is what we here for, baby. Drop a like on the video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys next time.